Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, be sure to click that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. I'd like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for giving me time with the 2022 Corolla Cross XLE with all-wheel drive. If you guys are on the market for a Toyota, you can come check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He will get you into a new pre-owned vehicle. But let's talk about pricing here for the Corolla Cross XLE. Starting price is at $27,625. This one stickers for $31,261, including destination. But let's talk about the front styling of the Corolla Cross. Let's talk about the exterior styling here of the Corolla Cross XLE. This reminds me of a Highlander and a RAV4, but basically just very shrunken. But looking at the headlight modules here, these are an LED projector headlight with an LED turn signal and LED daytime running light. And my model also has these LED fog lights here at the lower part of the fascia. There's front parking sensors. I do like the nice finish here to the grille. There's the Toyota emblem here, which houses the driver's assistant. I want you guys to comment down below in the comment section and tell what you guys think about the exterior styling of the Corolla Cross. But looking at the side proportions, this has a 103.9-inch wheelbase with an overall length of 175.9 inches. So really good proportions here. Like I mentioned, this slots between a Highlander and a RAV4, but this is basically shrunken down. But looking at these tires and wheels here, very nice rim design here on the Corolla Cross. These are a 225/55 Goodyear tire. The wrapped in is 18-inch rim design. Like I mentioned, very nice rim design here, especially with this jet black exterior color. And of course, it wouldn't be an SUV without the cladding. There's this LED sight marker here on the mirror cap. And my model does come with this standard size sunroof with these aerodynamic roof rails. But making our way to the rear here of the Corolla Cross, looking at these taillights here, they look to be a full LED, which is a LED turn signal, brake light, and reverse light. There's the XLE with all-wheel drive badge. There's the Toyota emblem there with this rear wiper here. It does take Corolla Cross right here. Looking here at the lower part of the bumper, there's rear parking sensors with a single exhaust trim right there. Open up the cargo back here. This does have a power opening tailgate, but I have to adjust it to open inside the settings there. Once you open it up, it does reveal 25.5 cubic feet of space. So pretty decent cargo space back here in the Corolla Cross. And underneath here, Toyota does give you a temporary spare tire instead of a fix-a-flat kit. I do not have final specs when you let down the rear seats, but I think it expands it to around 40 or 50 cubic feet of space. But overall, the Corolla Cross is a nice addition to Toyota's lineup. Sitting inside the interior of the Corolla Cross XLE, as you guys can see, very nice looking cabin here. My model also has the jet black exterior with this black interior. So of course, if you guys like black interior, there's gonna be a really nice color combination here, but you can get different colors if you would like. But reaching over here to shut the door of the Corolla Cross. Of course, you guys know, put your foot on the brake and press the start-stop button right here. Once you do that, the electronics will come on and you're greeted by the Corolla Cross emblem right here and the actual fully digital display. But let's talk about the materials here on the Corolla Cross. Really nice material. There is this aluminum painted door handle. The switchgear does feel nice. It is auto up, auto down for R4 windows, just like on the sedan. There's your lock controls and mirror adjustment controls here. Additional storage and cup holder space. There's your dimmer switch there, automatic high beam switch. This one's missing a few buttons here, maybe for another part of the market. There's also the trunk release button down there with your hood latch tucked underneath. There is the headlight and turn signal stock right there. The wind wiper stock is right there. There's the Toyota emblem on the actual airbag cover here. Over here's for your driver's assistance. There's your sync and track. There's your volume and adjustment controls. So you can customize this display here by using this pad area over here to show your different driver's assistants and whatnot. So you can show your lane keeping assist and whatnot. So you can customize it to your liking. The materials on the dash are gonna be a hard touch plastic. But looking at this infotainment system here, it does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. There's some shortcut buttons on the side. There's a volume and tune knob. There's also your air vents right there with the hazard button. This does have dual climate control. There is heated seats in here, which is very impressive. I'm surprised Toyota didn't put cool seats here. There's a wireless phone charger. My iPhone 13 Pro Max doesn't really fit. As you guys can see, it does stick out a little bit. There's your traction control, automatic start-stop button right there. This does support a Type A port. There's no Type C ports, maybe in the rear, if I'm not mistaken. But putting the vehicle into reverse, it does reveal a nice backup camera. There's trajectory with distance markers, and there's also different angles. There's also a wide angle so you can see what's coming, which is really nice. Over here, this does house the CVT transmission. There's a manual mode in the actual shifter here, so you guys can shift your own gears. There's electronic parking brake, auto hold. There's two cup holders. There's some gloss black trim with some aluminum painted trim right here. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, and above me there's a standard size sunroof. The lighting in the cabin, surprisingly, is an LED, which is a really nice improvement. The materials on the dash are gonna be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. The glove compartment does offer a lot of storage. But overall, this is a carbon copy of the sedan, but let's hop into the back seat of the Corolla Cross. Getting into the back seat of the Corolla Cross, let's talk about the door panel materials. As you guys can see, here's a pretty decent material with this aluminum painted door handle. There's a cup holder here, and this area right here is going to be nice and padded. But getting into the back seat here of the Corolla Cross, as you guys can see, really good stepping height here. But looking down here, Toyota says you have around 32 inches of legroom. Also have plenty of foot space underneath the driver's seat. This is where I have the seat to drive. There is one mat pocket back here for storage. You also have rear air vents, and Toyota puts the charging ports underneath this area right here. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit a middle passenger here if you like. The seats are very supportive and comfortable. You can also fold the seats down via this little handle here. Putting this armrest down, it does reveal 2 cup holders, and unfortunately no Corolla Cross comes with a panoramic sunroof. You just have the standard sunroof right there, and the lighting is going to be an LED. But overall, the back seat of the Corolla Cross does feel very spacious. Let's talk about the powertrain specs here for the Corolla Cross XLE. This uses Toyota's 2-liter 4-cylinder. This powertrain makes 169 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. It is paired with a CVT transmission. As the Corolla Cross sits here, it weighs in around 3,200 pounds, and Toyota says this can tow 1,500 pounds. Fuel economy is rated at 29 in the city and 32 on the highway, and Toyota is rumored to have a hybrid powertrain in the upcoming years. So the day has finally come. I'm behind the wheel of the 2022 Corolla Cross XLE. My model does have all-wheel drive. The Corolla Cross, I think, does come standard with front-wheel drive, if I'm not mistaken. The ride quality in this vehicle is really good. If you guys want that tall SUV height, you have to look at the Corolla Cross. If you guys don't like sedans anymore, basically, you do get a lot of cargo space. You have around 25 or so cubic feet of space. I don't have the final specs once you lay down the actual rear seats, but it might expand it to 40 or even 50 cubic feet of space if I'm not mistaken. But the ride quality in here is very good. You have a good commanding view of the road. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, they're heated seats. I'm surprised Toyota didn't put cool seats here on the XLE model, but the materials are pretty decent materials. Of course, it's a Corolla quote-unquote Cross, so it's an SUV. If you guys like SUVs, this is the one to go for. I think this is the next big thing for Toyota, because a lot of people like SUVs, especially in America. We love our pickup trucks, we love our SUVs. So Toyota basically rebadging this and calling it the Corolla Cross is going to be a really big seller for them, in my opinion. I am rooting for Toyota to basically have this vehicle with a hybrid powertrain, or maybe even an electrified model as well. But if you guys want to get the hybrid powertrain, you have to go for the sedan, which is the Corolla hybrid. That vehicle gets over 50 mpg. So like I mentioned, from underneath the hood, Toyota is rumored to have a hybrid model of the Corolla Cross in the upcoming years. But this makes 169 horsepower and 151 pound-feet of torque. Pretty adequate power for most people. For me, I'm kind of power hungry, so if you guys are looking for a sporty Corolla, you're not gonna find it, because Toyota just doesn't offer that. Let's talk about the driver's assistance. This does have Toyota's Safety Sense 2.0, so this does have lane keeping assist, emergency braking, with blind spot monitoring. So all the nice features that you guys will want in a modern SUV, Toyota does offer it as standard equipment. This also has adaptive cruise control as well, with stop and go. And I do hear a little bit of wind noise because, like I mentioned, this is an SUV, so the ride height is basically jacked up compared to a sedan. Fuel economy very quickly. This is rated at 29 in the city and 32 on the highway, so pretty decent fuel economy here. As you guys can hear, the horn is very dinky, and these people will not go. Very dinky horn, so it's kind of odd because this vehicle is an SUV, so I thought the horn would sound just a little bit better. But foreigner here, it is a CVT connected to it, and it's pretty adequate power, like I mentioned, but this thing is not a race demon and whatnot. But like I mentioned, I think this is going to be the next big thing for Toyota. After spending time with the 2022 Toyota Corolla Cross XLE with all-wheel drive, hope you guys have enjoyed this review here. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. And I see you all in the next review.